In this video, we'll look at tuples and dictionary in Python. So tuples are immutable. Once you created them, you cannot change them, and they are ordered, so you can't actually use something we'll see as an index to call them in the order you created the tuple. So let's look at this one. We got best video game, I close that. Best video games, and I put Zelda, Final Fantasy, and Dragon Quest, right? So a tuple is with brackets. A tuple is always with brackets. We'll see a dictionary is not with brackets. And then I can just print that and I see, okay, I created a new variable and I assign to this new variable, which is a tuple, Zelda, Final Fantasy, and Dragon Quest. It's like putting something in a bucket and you can put as many as you want, but once it's created, you cannot change it. So if I look at what is the type of my new variable, best video game, I see it's a tuple. Now, when we say it was ordered, what we mean is if this Zelda is the first one of the list, then I can call it with its index. In Python, the index starts with 0. And so I can just do that. Best video game 0, and it will give me Zelda. If I want to look at the last one, it's number 2 because it's 0, 1, 2, Dragon Quest, then it is Dragon Quest, right? So if I know where something is in the tuple, I can just always call it using its index. There is an order. Now, if I want to change the value of something, I say, okay, the best video game 1, which here is Final Fantasy, we'll want to change it. We want to say it is The Witcher now. So I try that, but it gives me an error, right? Because a tuple cannot be changed once it has been assigned. Now let's look at dictionaries. Dictionaries are different because dictionaries are mutable. You can actually change the value once you created a dictionary. The main difference also is there's no order. So you cannot use an index to find something in a dictionary. You can use the key. So it works like a phone book if you want, or like a real dictionary where you will have a key, which is like the word in the dictionary, and a value, which is like the definition in the dictionary. Another way to look at it is to look at a phone book where you have the name as a key and the phone number as the value. So that's the example we took here. So we got my phone book, and look that I'm opening the dictionary with this character, and that's how you create actually a dictionary. It's not with the brackets. So once you open the dictionary, you write down what do you want to have as a key. Here I'm doing a list of people, so I got Sephiroth, I got Sasuke Uchiha, and Kiki's delivery service. Each come with their phone number. So once I put the name, I use the column, and then I use another string to give the phone number. And I will separate all that with a comma. Once I created my dictionary, I look at it, I can see, okay, I got all the entries I added, and it comes in a very similar way than the one we created it with the column, etc. Now, what is the type of this? It's a dic as dictionary. Now, how can I use that? Well, you probably know the name of your friends, for instance. So in a dictionary, you don't use an index. You don't say, hey, I want to see the number of my friend number 5. I will actually use a name. So here I will say, hey, my phone book Sephiroth. And when I do that, it's giving me the number of Sephiroth. Right, so that's how it works. You have a key, and with that you get the value. Now, if I want to add something new, I want to add Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece in my dictionary, in my phone book, I can do that. I could not do it with tuple, but I can do that here because it's a dictionary and it's mutable. So I just added this. I run this line. I could change. You can put whatever number or name you want. Play with that. The more you play, the better it is for you. My phone book, and now I see that I got Monkey D. Luffy at the end. Now I can add one more. I will add my phone book, Edward Elric, and I will put a number. This time I put it as a real number and not an int with a number inside. And we see that in Python it works. And then I can look at it and I see my dictionary with all the different names I added and all the different numbers. You will see the main difference here is that for Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, you don't have the comma here because it was entered as an int, not as a string. Now, if I want to remove somebody, like I'm not friends with Sephiroth anymore, and I want to remove it from my phone book. So I will use this. I'll pick my phone book and then I call a method from it. It's like a function from the dictionary, and I will put a dot for that. And if we just write it ourselves together, you'll see that when I add a dot to a dictionary and I press tab, sometimes without pressing tab, then you see all the different options you have here. So here I pick pop. I already had it here, so I put it back. And pop Sephirot, which is basically remove Sephirot. There's no order, so you have to give the key of what you want to remove. When you do that, it gives you the value that this specific key had in case you wanted to save it in a variable, like my ex-friend. And you could keep this like number. You could keep this value and use it wherever you want. It's just in case it's removing it, but it's also giving you the value. So here I'm not using the value, and I look at my phone book and Sephirot is not there anymore. Now, if I want to find the first value or the second value with the index starting in 0 in Python, like that, it doesn't work. That's what we said. There's no order, and says no. What the computer will be, what Python would be looking for here is actually a key, which is 1 as an int, and that's why here it's telling you, hey, I could not find this key. There is a key error 1. And that's it. So that was the tuples and the dictionary. In the next lecture, we'll look at the list. See you soon.